Right now, you are warm. You probably don't even notice it, but you are. Somewhere on a wall in your home, there's a small dial, and the moment the air dips below a certain point, a machine switches on and solves the problem before your body even has a chance to complain. You move from a heated house into a heated car into a heated building, and the coldest moments of your entire day is likely the few seconds it takes to cross between them. Winter for you is a minor hassle. It's scraping frost off a windshield. It's grabbing a thicker coat. It's grumbling that the sun goes down too soon. But for nearly all of human history, winter wasn't a hassle at all. Winter was the season built to end you, and it never attacked from just one angle. It came at you from four directions at once. The cold could finish you off. The hunger could finish you off. The animals could finish you off. And the long, black, endless nights could wear you down before any of the others got their chance. So, here's the real question. For hundreds of thousands of years, with no furnace, no grocery store, no walls that actually kept the wind out, how did people make it through winter at all? Because they did. Your ancestors marched straight into some of the harshest environments on the planet and came out on the other side. And the method they used to pull that off is one of the most remarkable feats our species has ever managed. Start with the obvious enemy, the cold itself. Here's a fact that surprises most people. The human body is a tropical machine. We evolved in the warm stretches of Africa, and left alone, an unprotected human loses quickly in freezing conditions. Hypothermia can set in within hours. Your fingers seize up, your thoughts slow to a crawl. And once your internal temperature drops past a certain point, everything just shuts down. No claws, no thick coat of fur, no built-in insulation to speak of. By any reasonable measure, we're among the worst designed large animals on Earth for enduring a brutal winter. And yet, humans didn't merely survive the cold. They marched directly into it. They pushed north into Ice Age Europe, into Siberia, into regions where winter temperatures fell far below what a bare human body can tolerate. So how did they manage it? The first answer is fire, and we'll circle back to what fire meant for those long, dark nights shortly. But fire has a flaw. It only heats the side of you facing it. It doesn't travel along with you. The instant you step away from the flames to hunt or gather more wood, the cold rushes straight back in. Fire, by itself, was never going to cut it. What ancient people needed was a way to keep warmth wrapped around their own bodies everywhere they went, which brings us to what might be the single most critical piece of winter technology humans ever came up with: clothing. But not the version you're likely picturing. For a long stretch, the assumption was straightforward. It's cold, so you drape an animal's skin over your shoulders and call it done. And for a while, that's precisely what people did. But a hide slung over your back leaves openings everywhere. Wind slips in at the sides. Your arms hang exposed. It shifts and falls off the moment you move. A draped pelt beats nothing at all. But in a genuine winter, beating nothing still gets you killed. The real leap forward was learning to cut hides into sections and stitch them back together into shapes built to match the human body. Fitted sleeves, closed seams, a garment that sealed a pocket of warm air right against your skin and held it there, no matter how much you moved. That's the gap between a blanket and a coat. But here's the catch. To pull this off, you need a needle. Not any old needle, one with an eye. A tiny opening for thread. This is a genuinely tricky object to produce. You take a splinter of bone, grind it down to a fine point, then bore a hole through it, small enough to be delicate, but sturdy enough not to shatter. Researchers have uncovered bone needles like this, dating back more than 40,000 years, with some finds pushing even further back. These aren't crude accidents. They're precise, intentional tools, and whoever crafted them knew exactly what job they were built for. The thread itself also came from the animal. Sinew, the tough connective fiber linking muscle to bone, could be pulled free, dried out, and used to bind hides into something that would hold. Layer a garment like that with fur facing inward against the body, and suddenly, a human being could stand in air, cold enough to kill and remain alive inside a private bubble of warmth. Sewn clothing wasn't a luxury. It was the technology that let our species step outside the warm continent it evolved in and colonize the coldest corners of the planet. Take away the needle and the thread, and there's no human population surviving an Ice Age Siberian winter. So, now you're warm enough, you can move, work, hunt, but the light is fading. The temperature is still falling, and a second problem shows up that no coat can fix. You need somewhere to make it through the night. The obvious answer is a cave, and caves genuinely mattered. A deep cave holds a steady temperature, breaks the wind, and keeps snow off your head. But here's what nobody mentions about caves. They're scarce. A good, dry, defensible cave in a sensible location was rare, and if you managed to find one, chances are somebody else wanted it too. You couldn't count on finding a cave most of the time. If you needed a place to ride out winter, you had to construct it yourself. And this is where things get extraordinary. At a site called Mezherych in modern-day Ukraine, archaeologists uncovered the remains of dwellings built roughly 15,000 years ago, but the surrounding landscape had almost no timber and almost